Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel on Excel video series. So far in my videos we have covered very basic aspects of Excel, like knowing about sheets, knowing about rows and columns, knowing about cell navigation, and also knowing about how to open, close and save your Excel sheet. Today we are starting with the fun part. We are starting with the menu ribbon, and we'll take up each tab one by one and try to understand the different features that are present under each tab. So to start the video, let me open my training file. And while the file is opening, let me once again remind you that all the shortcuts that will be used in this video will be listed at the end. So by default, whenever you will open an Excel file, the home tab will automatically be selected. As you can see that there are different sections under it. So today's video will focus on the font section and the alignment section. So this is a pre-prepared data in my Excel sheet which I'm going to use to show you different aspects of font. Let me just increase the column width of a column and increase the row height. So if I type something, let's say I type Excel tutorial. By default, whenever you type anything in a cell, it is left bottom aligned. That means it will be at the bottom of the row and it will be towards the left of the column. But what if you want to align it towards the center? If you want to align it towards the center, you need to click this option, center your content. If you want to make it right, you need to click this. If you want to make it left, you need to click this. So that will do the horizontal alignment of your data. Similarly, you can do the vertical alignment also. That currently it is at the bottom. If I want to make it center, I'll click here. If I want to make it top, I'll click here. If I want to make it center and right, then I'll choose center and right like this. And this is center and center. So that's how you can align your data. Next is, how can we make my data slant? That's how can I rotate the data. Click on this and you can choose the angle. And that's how you can choose the alignment. You can make it vertical. You can make it vertical upside down. You can make simply like this. The entire text will be vertical. And different ways in which you can align your data. So I'll make it horizontal again. Next is merge and wrap. Let's say my header is Q1. Now under Q1 there will be 3 months, Jan, Feb and March. So this Q1 header is applicable for both Jan, Feb and March. So what I need to do is I need to merge these 3 cells together so that they form a single cell. So select all the cells that you want to merge and click on merge and center. Press Ctrl Z to undo this merge operation. So you can always press Ctrl Z to undo the action that you have done just now. But please remember that Ctrl Z does not work on all the actions that you do in the Excel. Later on, I will tell you some of the actions that cannot be undo by using Ctrl Z. If you want to redo the action that you have just undid, you can press Ctrl Y and it will redo. So Ctrl Z to undo, Ctrl Y to redo. So I'll press Ctrl Z to undo this action so that I can show you another way. So you can right click on it and you can select merge. In previous versions of Excel, you will find this merge operation somewhere in this list. So I'll click here and it will merge. So that's another way of merging. So that's about the merging. Q1 and similarly there will be Q2, April, May, June. But for Q1 I wanted to display a lot more other in the header. Q1 data for the, let me just put something here. Now the entire data that you have just typed is not actually visible because merge cell is not wide enough to accommodate the entire text length. So there are 2 ways in which you can do it. First is you can increase the column width. So let me just keep on increasing the width. until and now I have displayed the entire data. But this looks very awkward because one of the column width has increased and the other two have not increased. The better way to do it is, rather than increasing the column width, let's wrap the text so that it comes one below the another. It becomes multi-line. Currently the text is single line and now you want to make it multi-line. So the way to do it is you select the data that you want to wrap around and click on wrap text. Now right now it is not displaying the second line, but if you adjust the row height, then you will be able to see the entire data. So this is now a wrap data because once the first line of the data reaches the border of the cell, it wraps into the second line. So that is the wrap text and the merge and center. Coming back to this cell, let's talk about font. By default, the font in Excel is Calibri and the default font size is 11. It might differ from file to file because if you have already set a font size in a file before saving it, then in that case that will become the default font. To increase or decrease the font, these are the buttons. If you'll keep clicking on this A with the up arrow, the font will keep on increasing. If you'll keep clicking on this A with down arrow, then the font will keep on decreasing. Let me increase the font a little bit. If I want to change the font size directly, you can also do it like this. You can directly type here the font, press 12 and the font size will become 12, press 28 and the font size will become 28, press 98 and the font size will become 98. That's how the font size will keep on changing. And my spelling is wrong, so let me correct it. Here it is. If you want to change the font type, currently it is in Calibri font. Let's say I want to make it one of the most common fonts is Times New Roman. So type Times New Roman and it will come here. And you can select also from here. So it becomes the Times New Roman. If you want to make it Arial font, then type Arial here and you will get Arial font. That's how you can change the font. Next is how you can make the font bold, italic or underline. So the shortcut to make the font bold is Ctrl B. It's very easy to remember. B for bold. Shortcut to underline the text is Ctrl U. U for underline. Shortcut to make the text italic is Ctrl I. I for italic. Let's press Ctrl Z to bring it back to original. So these are the latest Excel shortcuts. There are some older shortcuts also. If you'll press Ctrl 2, you'll make it bold. If you'll press Ctrl 3, you'll make it italic. If you'll press Ctrl 4, you'll make it underline. And if you want to strike through it, then you press Ctrl 5 and the text will be stricken through. Let me undo everything by pressing Ctrl Z. And the last thing for this video is how we can change the color of the font and how we can change the color of the background. So the font color is also called the foreground color and the cell color is also called the background color. To change the cell color, first press Alt HH. When you will press Alt HH, this color box will open and using the arrow keys only you can select whichever color you want. If you're not happy with this color, you can go to more colors and press enter, or you can simply select one color. Let's say I select the green color. So let me reduce the font. So basically the cell color has been put green. The moment you will press Alt HH again, you can change it to red. To change the font color, select the cell where you want to change the font color and click on the color here and you can select any color that you want. So let's say I want yellow font. But what if you don't want to change all the text to the same color? You only want to change the color of a particular word in the text. Then in that case, you need to enter the edit mode of the cell. To enter the edit mode of the cell, press F2 or function F2 depending upon the keyboard layout. Press F2, select the word for which you want to change the color. So if I want to change the color for Excel, and choose the color and press enter. And now only that particular word color is changed. So that's all for today, folks. In my next video, we will talk only about the cell border, and with that we'll complete the font and the alignment section. Here is the list of shortcuts used in the entire video. Also, if you have any specific questions related to Excel, please reach out to me on the email ID listed on screen. I will be happy to answer your questions. I'll see you soon in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.